got distracted on the way. Grandma's house.
Hey.
Changed the ways, and now she's turned out, lost and turned out.
What it do? Welcome to the PHALOSMODE show. PHALOS will not be attending today's session. I am his co-host, LAROY. Dig that. LAROY is my name, and spitting game is my game. I may not know the name, but I for damn sure know the game. Today's topic is domestic violence. Now, let me tell you something, all the men in America. You dig what I say? This is a very important segment because of the fact of you can do a lot of time and go to jail for domestic violence. The police is all the way turned up by the time they get to the house because domestic violence, everybody's turned up. Now, the lessons that I will bring forth to you all people is the fact of sometimes you have to realize when to say no. First of all, to all the men in America, if you got to beat her, then you don't need her. Dig that. You feel what I say? Because the fact that I even have to think about fathom the thought of, you know what I mean, combing your head back, you know what I mean, giving you a double back jack slap, then I shouldn't even have to be with you. You dig what I say? All right. Now we're going to talk about it like this. Now we're going to bring some scenarios. All right. I seen this couple. And this nigga was whooping, he was beating the shit out of her. I'm talking about, it seemed he was beating her so bad, it seemed like it was about 3 or 4 people whooping her ass at one time. That's how bad he was whooping her ass. And I'm talking about it was bad. It was a bad thing, y'all. It was a terrible, terrible thing. This nigga was whooping her ass. I'm talking about jumping off the top rope on her, some WWF shit. And I seen another man go over there and try to intervene and stop him, but to no avail. The woman jumped out of the fight and told the man, first of all, if he want to beat me, he can beat me. This ain't your business. I've also seen people get into the mix of people's domestic violence and they end up dying. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes, I seen a segment of Cam Newton, and he said if he seen a man beating a woman, that he had no choice but to jump in it and stop it. And that's when I say, oh, no contraire, mon frere. You're going to get your ass, a lot of people in the ground behind these type of things. First of all, you being a super Captain Save-A-Ho, you don't know what that woman then did for that man to go as hard as he's going hard. You did what I'm saying? Now, I will say this. I don't condone violence and putting your hands on women. But nobody is above an ass whipping. You understand what I'm saying? No one. You put your hands on me, I'ma comb your head back. You dig what I'm talking about? I don't condone violence. And at the same time, we're going to talk about the flip side. Not just the men beating on the women. There's also some overgrown, big motorhome type of women that is beating up the men too. Mm-hmm. Now, I had a scenario to where I knew some people. Shirley was every bit of 6'4", Jamaican. And her boyfriend Duck was 5'6". Duck wasn't working. Duck would be at the house while Shirley is at work. She worked for convalescent. The neighbors was calling Shirley at the house and saying, Shirley, Duck got white women over here at your house while you at work. So I'm a young kid. I'm with my mother. This is my mother's friend. She like, Therese, out, could y'all please come with me? They say the neighbor say that Doug got white woman in my house. Right. We go over to the house. Duck attire, every time I seen Duck had a Jerry curl bag on his head and a robe. That's all Duck wore. Shirley went in there like B.A. Baracus and started slinging Duck all around the living room. She wiped the whole living room with Duck. She said, Duck, the neighbor say y'all got two white women in my house, Duck. No, Shirley, no. So when she started whipping his ass too bad, we was like, all right, we about to get on out of it. She like, no, you don't got to go nowhere. It's only going to take me a minute. You want to run? She started whooping Duck ass up in there. So it's a flip side with this shit. Women is whipping men's ass too. You understand? You can be a man and you meet a young lady and you never know in her past how many domestic violences she done had. That's all she knows is domestic violence. So then you ain't on that. You ain't on no domestic violence because you ain't on that. But 9 times out of 10, what I've seen is most women is jumping up and firing on men when they know that he's not the type of dude to hit back or hit women, period. Women is doing that. You dig what I'm talking about? So you find you a woman and she look good and all that, but then, she done been through domestic violence. So anytime y'all get into a heated argument, she's jumping up and ready to take fades and all these type of things. You feel what I'm talking about? You don't need that. If you got to beat her, then you don't need her. You feel what I'm talking about? Sometimes the womb will make you do that. Sometimes you may have to go get you a womb mate. You heard what I said? Not a roommate, a womb mate. You dig what I'm talking about? So there ain't no dramas or none of that type of shit. Because these women of nowadays will kill you. They'll jump up and then jab slap the shit out you. And then you out there looking stupid if you ain't that type of man. But soon as a woman knows when she gonna test you and she fire on you and the type of dude that she fuck with, he gonna fire back on her. She gonna sit back and be looking like, right, and everybody gonna fall into place. We have to get something established around here. You dig what I'm talking about? You may have to put her in the DDT or some kind of wrestling move or whatever it's gonna take. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm just saying. Domestic violence is not the key. I don't condone anybody putting their hands on anybody, or especially men putting their hands on women. But no one is above an ass whipping. You keep your hands to yourself. Fuck off, bitch. Fuck off, you suck ass nigga. Whatever it is, y'all go to disagree, to agree to disagree. But don't put your hands on each other. This is a perfect, public service announcement that I just would like to display. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming from way, way back. Like I said, I may not know the name, but I for damn sure know the game. Dig what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And since we talking about some strange shit, I have a situation that I would like to know from you. I want y'all to hit that like button and subscribe and all that. And I want you to leave a comment. It's a very serious topic that I'm about to talk about. And it's called unconditional love. Now, we're going to bring up Magic Johnson and his son, EJ. I don't know. I don't condone any of that. Big old nigga, 6'11" almost with big red bottoms on and all that shit. I don't know if I had a son and he was that gay. I don't know if I could do it. I would try everything in my power to figure it out. The first thing I would do is I try to beat it out of him. That's the first thing that I would try to do. If that didn't work, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know if I could stomach that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, You too big. You too tall. You too tall for all this. I don't know. I guess you would have to just look at it as a parent and just try to love unconditionally. But I just couldn't do it. I would just keep trying to beat it out of them. I don't know. But I guess you'd have to love unconditionally. That is your child or whatever. I just be floored. Like the white people say, I'd be floored when I see these type of actions. You know, a size 15, 16 shoe and red bottoms and all. I just listen. Floss Mode will be back tomorrow. I am LAROY. That's my name. That's my name, LAROY. He asked me to be a co-host, and that's why I accepted. And then I was like, nothing but nothing leaves nothing. You got to have something, motherfucker, punch you in the mouth. Floss told me to tell y'all to hit that subscribe button and that like button and share button and all that. That's what he told me to tell you. That nigga owe me some money. I told him, listen, nigga, I'm gonna need my chips with dip. Nakasaki Akawashi, I love you too, bitch. I need my money. So Floss said, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave a comment. I am LAROY. I got to go back to Tupelo, Mississippi, where I live at. And Floss will be back tomorrow for the Floss Mode show. I'll holla. You did what I'm talking about, but I will go out with my theme music. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and that like button. You understand what I'm talking about? Because Floss said so, and he gonna be mad if he gonna get all the feedback. That's what he told me. He said, listen, you tell these people that subscribe, hit the subscribe button and that like button, and then I'm gonna come out to this motherfucker like this.
What do you do when you love somebody and everything is going wrong? Oh, no. Nobody knows the way you feel about it, 'cause only you know. You can't leave it alone. Oh, here we go again.
LAROY, remember the name, LAROY.
Oh, here we go again. I thought that we had was